Hi there, Autumn Bear here, and today's topic, for those of you very interested in painful menstruation, it's a really big topic, and it's certainly something I encounter a lot. You know, more than anything else, I would say when it comes to menstruation, painful menstruation is the one that is most bothersome to women, can really affect a lot of women's lives in a negative way. So there's a couple of different things that we want to talk about. First of all, you know, pain can be associated to a lot of different things. Pain can actually be associated to cold in the uterus. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering how that even happens. There's a lot of different ways that cold can be lodged in the uterus. If you happen to have a proclivity for, you know, midriff shirts, and, you know, maybe in your college years you're going out to the bars in small skimpy outfits, that is certainly a good way and a good possibility. Ice, you know, just being exposed, and again, you know, there's a lot of different ways that it can happen. Cold can actually lodge in the uterus through the feet, so if you walk around barefoot when the floors are really cold, you can actually get cold in the uterus that way, because some of the channels that go through the bottom of the feet actually integrate and surround the uterus itself. So certainly I would recommend in those winter months making sure that you always have socks on your feet and you're keeping your midriff and abdomen, you know, warm and cozy in the months that could be a little bit colder. And then pain can also be associated with other types of stagnation. Heat can certainly cause stagnation. Heat can be from long-term stasis. We can hold a lot of emotional trauma in our pelvic region, and anytime we have a lot of stasis in our emotional baggage, so to speak, we basically store it in this belt channel that wraps around the waist. And over time, by holding that trauma in the cellular structure, energetically it requires essentially heat, right, to kind of keep things there. So that heat can build up and it can cause a lot of stagnation and stasis. This can also cause heavy menstruation and heavy bleeding in addition to the pain. So some of the things that I can recommend, you know, we don't always necessarily think of heavy and painful menstruation as having an emotional component, but maybe it's cause to kind of dive into some of your past traumas and even some of the things that you haven't been able to deal with because it's been you just haven't had the support system to do so. So maybe this is a good time to start seeking out some good support system and helping yourself by dealing with any past trauma so that you can help that aspect of your life move forward. And then the last thing we want to talk about is actual physiological usage of things like tampons. If you're using tampons, just beware that you are actually creating stasis by stopping the flow of menstruation. The movement of menstrual blood is to go down and out. So if the blood is not able to go down and out, it is essentially going to stagnate over time. So my recommendation, if you're not really able or you have a very active lifestyle, just to make sure that you're wearing things like pads at night or whenever you are actually possible to do so, to allow for that flow to actually happen so that you don't hold as much stagnation in the uterus and in the pelvic region. And I also recommend, if you are using tampons, making sure that you are using organic, non-dyed materials, because any of those brands that you buy in the grocery store, the majority of them are bleached and have a lot of chemicals that can cause a lot of problems down the road as well. So take care of yourselves, take care of your emotions, and hopefully we can help you a little bit in the future as well.